Friends, now let's talk about how to make simple sentences in past. Grammatically talking, they are simple past tense. Before we start here, one thing must be made clear that when we talk with the people, we always make two sentences. Means for every feeling that we want to express, we have to make two different sentences. One is in doer dominant form, whereas the second one is in the receiver dominant form. When we talk, sometimes doer of the action may be important for us, whereas at the other times the receiver of the action is important for us. That means we always have a choice to utter the same sentence in two ways. If the doer of the action is important for us, go for the doer dominant form, and if the receiver of the action is important for us, then go for the receiver dominant form. Now let us discuss how to use simple sentences in past. The structure of such kind of sentences will be two. First one will be doer plus second form of the verb and some complementary words. The second form of the verb can also be written like this: did plus V1 means did plus root form of the verb without to. And the receiver dominant form of the sentence, that is the second structure, will be receiver plus was or plus third form of the verb, that is past participle. Here, the sentence example, see the examples of these two structures. Before I tell you that, I would also like to tell you that these particular structures can be used for two different purposes specifically. One is to express the completed action, means when we want to tell action completed, plainly action completed, then we use this structure. At the same time, we also use this structure to express habitual actions, means regular and repeated action in past. Now see this example: people borrowed some money from one another. As per the structure, the sentence will be how? People did borrow some money from one another. But as I told you earlier too, we can drop this do does did from the positive sentence. Here it is a positive sentence. So we can drop this did, and if we drop the did, then borrow must be added with ed because we have to make it second form. So people borrowed some money from one another equals to people did borrow some money from one another. Now this is the positive sentence, and in doer dominant form alternatively can be called inner active wise the same sentence if we want to say, but we don't want to give importance to the people, that is doer. Instead, if we want to give more importance to the receiver, that is some money, then the same money will be said like this: some money was borrowed from one another by people. So this both these sentences are same, giving the same meaning, except the difference that for us it will be a choice. If the doer is important, say people borrowed some money from one another. If the receiver, that is some money, is important, say some money was borrowed from one another by people. That's it, my dear friends. These are expressing what? Completed action, or you can also take the meaning that is regular and repeated action in past. Now see these examples which are quite much similar. See, she broke her promise. Her promise was broken by her. Rahul helped us whenever we needed. We were helped by Rahul whenever we needed. So like this, you can also make two sentences of every one of them. Now see these examples: the main gate was closed at 11 p.m. An exam was taken on Saturday. Thieves were identified. Questions were asked to the suspects. Permission was granted for the picnic. So like this, you also make the sentences, and if you face any problem, you can contact me. Now the same structures can also be used to express habitual actions in past, that is regular and repeated action in past. Now see this example: I cried loudly when I was a child. It means I used to cry loudly when I was a child, or I would cry loudly when I was a child. Means the action of crying happened regularly and repeatedly in past, and it doesn't happen now. So this is what it tells: action happened regularly, repeatedly in past. We played gully dandu every day when we were in school. We swam daily during her stay at Forest House. A new book was read every day during college days. Different games were played in our time. People offered different sweets in Diwali. So like this, now you have to make somewhat similar sentences, and if you face any problem, you can contact me. Before I conclude, I would like to tell you that every sentence can be uttered in two ways: doer dominant way and receiver dominant way. If doer is important for you, then go for the doer dominant way. If receiver is important for you, go for the receiver dominant way. Now let me tell you one more thing, that in grammar, this doer dominant way is called as the active voice and receiver dominant way is called as the passive voice. Meanings of both the sentences will be same, just the way of representing the sentences will be different. So that's what, my dear friends. Contact me on Z Master English group. If you have any question, you can make also this WhatsApp group. Add my number 9970454728 and help all the people like your friends, your family members, and others, those who want to learn English, by adding them in this group and start getting the videos right from the beginning. Thank you. You can also log on to YouTube and subscribe our channel Praveen Kandade and get more videos. Thank you.